Hi, welcome to the hidden world of dentistry. I'm Kevin, a dentist in Chicago, and I'm about to show you a root canal and crown on tooth number 19. When I first started out, learning through others was the best way I knew how to improve my skills. So I hope this footage is useful to some of you. This video is captured as I worked, and my field of view is much larger than what the camera can capture. So I apologize for some elements that may be out of focus or off screen. All right, let's jump right in. So first of all, we're doing a root canal in this tooth number 19 because of the cracks. And you can see once I prepped away the tooth a little bit, you can see very clearly a crack right there. See that? Okay. Now this crack extends into the pulp chamber and we're just chasing it right now. Yep. Keeps going. Keep in mind what I see under the scope. It is a little bit clearer than what the camera can capture. So I apologize if you can't see too clearly of what's going on. I'll do my best as we go. So what I'm doing here, I'm exposing the mesial horn first. Just a little at a time. Perfect. And we expose, and then now we're using an endo zebra, and we're just cleaning up the walls. Yep, trying to improve the access form. Now we're using an orifice opener just to flare out the openings of the orifices, just so we can access a little bit more straight line access with our files, our hand files, which will be the next step. Yeah, it's okay to use the orifice opener to locate the canals if you're pretty sure where the canals are going to be. It's always a good idea to irrigate with your cleaning solution of choice. And now we are measuring the length with our hand files. Learning how to use the apex locator is a skill that took me a few tries, few months. I think once you get the apex locating skill and you can trust the measurements that you get out of the apex locator, it streamlines the procedure a whole lot. So it's definitely worth it to use the apex locator every single time and just get comfortable with it. All right, once we finish measuring the lengths with the apex locator, we're going to start with a white file, size 17. In my system, it's a size 17, and I use the 04 taper. Yep, and we make sure to irrigate through every single instrumentation round. And then we go from a white to a yellow, slightly larger at 20. Keep irrigating again. Yep. And then from a yellow, we go to a red, making sure that the rubber stopper is always correct. You can see the files I use can be pre-bent. Very useful in getting into tighter accesses. Well, it looks like we're taking final measurements again, and we the footage of me using the blue file, the 30, wasn't included. But we definitely instrumented to blue, and you can see that we're trying to fit a blue cone in, and it fits, so definitely nice and clean there and cleared out. Perfect. So prior to drying out with paper points, I like to suck back up the cleaning solution with my irrigation syringe, just so there's less to soak up with the paper point. Yeah. So then we're just making sure everything is nice and dry with this paper point. We're going multiple new paper points to make sure everything is dry, make sure all the canals are dry. That's what we're doing right now. Perfect. One thing that I like to use the final drying paper point and then dry off the bulk of the next canal. I just find that efficient use of my time. Perfect. I got these really slim tips that are able to dispense the sealer right into the canals. And yeah, then we obturate it one at a time because we already know there's sealer right in the canal. Yeah, we know it's going to be well sealed. I use a portable heater. I call it heat on a stick. I don't use a flame and an instrument. I just use this portable heater to sear off the gutta percha and then pack it in. Make sure nice and tight. Everything's nice and clean. I go over once again with the cleaning solution just to clean out everything after we obturated everything. Yep, there we go. Couple of rounds with microbrush, cleaning solution, microbrush, cleaning solution. Perfect. I always like, after the root canal is done, to have a very, very clean chamber. This way the bond, when we're bonding in the core, has more to grab onto and is just cleaner. If you're restoring it yourself, you want, look how clean this looks. If you're restoring yourself, you want to be able to bond under the best conditions possible. And if you're doing the root canal for someone else, if you're an endodontist, you want your referring doctor to be wowed by how clean everything is when they open up the tooth to put the core in. So yeah, and now we're putting in the core buildup material. I like to use the microbrush here to pack it in. That's one of my favorite instruments to use to pack. Like here, and then yeah, we're gonna start on the crown prep right away. Most of my crown preps happen right after the root canal visit. Patient's already numb, the rubber dam is on, we're ready to go. The crown prep takes, it adds a few more minutes to the procedure time, but is very efficient use of the patient's time and also the dental team's time, since everything is all set up. So I tend to go this way now. If you notice, before I started with the occlusal reduction, and then I prep buccolingual walls and the proximal walls. I start with the occlusal reduction first, just to minimize the amount of prepping we have to do. It's a little bit more efficient there as well. And then yeah, we remove the rubber dam to check that we have enough clearance. Yeah, perfect, we got enough clearance. I think this video ends really shortly thereafter. So there it is. There's the prep. Perfect. And we'll take an impression of that. There it is. Beautiful. So thanks for joining me for today. Stay tuned. I'm trying to make more of these videos as we go, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Perfect. Thank you.